Think of Shalimar without the L.
Rob Greenlee.
Rob Greenlee, nice to meet you. This is Charlton.
Hey, Charlton.
A lot of sh's in my world.
Are you going to get on mic?
Not at all.
Okay, you're just there to intimidate him and tease him.
That's it, exactly. He pulls my ear when I don't say something right. Left, right. So who are you guys? Where are you guys from?
CBS
The CBS Podcaster.
What's a podcast?
And what is a podcast?
Do I get a free iPod?
Have you ever? Yeah, you know the iPod. It's the same sort of thing. This is actually your interview to someone to listen to you. It's kind of like that.
Have to download it.
Yeah?
Have to download it and listen to it on their computer
Oh, yeah?
or
that's cool.
or on the run.
iPod or
Cool.
a regular MP3 player. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, can I
I'm
hit
a little slow because I'm totally new at this, so please forgive me. if
That's
I
all right.
just-
I'm Wing It 101, so I'm with you. That's how I do it. How do I turn this thing up so I can hear stuff?
This is the
I mean,
headphones.
Hello? No, I want to hear la la la. I don't want to
Is that a
like
little
make
better?
love to the microphone. There we go. Perfect.
Baby.
Hey, baby.
All right.
This is Shemar Moore, ladies. Thursday night, 10 o'clock, you and me.
And actually, do you spend a little time? I'm not interviewing yet. Just spend a little
I
time
hope
on the
not, because that was
computer?
really corny what I was doing.
If I asked you a question about like your surfing habits or what you like to listen to, download music.
I thought you meant, do I
that?
surf? I was like, okay, I forget we're computer. I thought we were out at the ocean all of a sudden. Yeah, my drowning habits. All right, go ahead. Yeah,
Too,
you
because
ask
your
me whatever you
voice is
want.
So good.
Ask me whatever you want.
Do you know you feel like you're inside me right now? I mean,
Wow.
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 No, this is my husband.
Hello.
I didn't mean that.
Did you see the look he just gave you?
It just sounds so good. All right.
All right, let's go.
Did I say it? Shamar? I'm sorry, I have to ask again.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Shamar. My name is, are we recording?
Now we are.
Now we are, okay.
It's going to be it.
Okay, Shamar is my mother's name. My mother's name is Marilyn, and my father's name is Sherrod, Sherrod, and my mother's Marilyn, Marilyn. I'm a product of the late '60s, and they said, you know what? We're gonna blend our names and create a child of harmony, and that is that's honest. That's the true story.
Yeah.
So the SHE from Sherrod and MAR from Marilyn, and here I is.
Oh, that's so sweet. Do you have any siblings?
I was raised an only child, so I'm my parents' only kid. But my father, later on in years, they didn't keep it together. So, which is what it is, and that's my journey. And so he found his way, and landed in Japan, and married a Japanese woman, and had 3 children.
Wow.
So, and their names are actually combinations of his name and their mother's name. So there's the 2 girls. One girl is Koshino, and their mother's name is Nabuko. So you have to pay attention. My father's name is Sherrod. My mother's name is Marilyn, so Shemar. Their mother's name is Nobuko. So SHE from Sherrod, the No from Nobuko, and N to make it masculine. Shenon is my little brother. Koshino is one of my sisters. Ko from Nabuko, She from Sherrod, No from Nabuko, Ko, She, No. It's one girl.
Koshino.
And then the second girl is Shebra. So Chef from Sherrod, Bu from Nabuko, Ra from Sherrod, and an A to make it feminine. Shebra. Shebra. Right. So I do have 3 half siblings that are half black and half Japanese.
I think it might start a trend now that you've educated everybody on how to name their children.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes it doesn't work, trust me. There's some combinations out there that don't need to see the light of day. But it's cool.
Before we talk about Criminal Minds, which it's new to all of us, so we're very excited to hear your take on it. But I want to know a little bit more about you, and I just learned a lot. But this is a podcast, so anybody listening right now has had to download this to hear you.
Cool.
And I want to know a little bit more about your surfing habits on the internet, not in the ocean. So where do you find yourself
I'm computer
going?
illiterate. I have a G5 and all that stuff, but all I do is check my mail, and I know how to play games, and I get on my iTunes, and I do Photoshop. I do a lot,
do
but
Photoshop,
yeah, but in like PC world and email, I figured out the basics, but I'm a 2-finger typer and all that stuff, so I'm still figuring it out.
And you're out running around. You're not just sitting in front of your computer all the time.
I'm not surfing. I'm boogie boarding. I'm you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I'm not quite.
More of the edge. You're
Yeah,
sticking that bleeding edge and doing it.
I do the fun stuff.
Actually, let's talk a little bit about Criminal Minds for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, because it's premiering.
The 22nd, Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Thursday at 10.
And that's not our normal night, but we're just gonna get all the CSI people to switch on over. They're gonna watch their favorite show, and then at 9 o'clock, and then they're gonna come watch us and go, "Wow, this is hot." And then we'll go back to our normally scheduled night, which is Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. And sure, you can go watch Lost. What you should do is TiVo Lost, and then come check us out.
I think that's true.
That's what's going on. Because
I
we're
think
not
that's true.
hating on Lost. We just have something else to offer.
We can all get along, and
That's it.
that's why they made TiVos,
That's
right?
right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Well, give me an idea. You've got some really interesting people in your cast, but what does your character do, and what's the concept of the show? Elevator pitch me.
There's other people in our cast? I didn't know that. I thought it was all about
They're
Shemar
incidental,
Moore.
really, actually.
Detective Morgan. No, we do. We have a cool cast. We have a cool show but what's exciting for me, especially going in even before we ever got picked up, what excited me about the show was the cast. A chance to work with Mandy Patinkin, who needs no introduction, and we know him from Chicago Hope, and we know him from Singing in the Park, and and he likes to remind us.
Oh, does he sing on set sometimes?
We've been trying to get him to sing, but I can't. I get him to hum a little bit, but he won't actually hold a note, and sing a line. But no, it's been great to just watch his process and to be close to him, and Thomas Gibson and Lola and Matthew. What's great about us is not that we're all tremendous actors or anything like that. I mean, we are all good actors, but we're so very different. We're so very unique in our personalities and our approach to the work and all of that. And you find there's still a synergy there, even though you're different? Going in, I was kind of worried about it. I was like, well, we're all kind of different. We all have different sense of humors. We all have different sensibilities. And so how do we bring all that together? But it actually works. I mean, a lot of the time when you bring people that are too much the same, they butt heads, but there's different egos, there's different consciousness, and it all just seems to mesh. And it makes us very interesting because we're 5 people that make up one team. We're five different opinions that make up one mind.
The characters are supposed to bring their uniqueness.
Right. That's what's great is it's not, you see a lot of shows on television where who the star of the show is, and then everybody else behind him kind of just sets up the big man, so to speak. And
CSI.
Well, hey, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. But no, what is nice is we all do have our own definitive place, and so I bring a little something, and we're not afraid to contest each other. A lot of the times we think the exact same thoughts. Sometimes we finish each other's sentences because we understand each other's world, we understand each other's, and we know our place together. We've been doing this a long time, but there is things that we each specialize in, and that helps the next person do their job better.
What would you say is your detective's quirks or contributions? Quirks may be sounding negative, but everybody has them.
Yeah, I've heard some rumors about what I'm also excited about this show is you mentioned CSI, and so going into a show like this, and I know the audience and the critics such as yourself may ask, okay, what's the difference between you and CSI? There's 58 procedurals and FBI shows out there. Why do we need 59? And I think out the gate, we may seem similar because that's what you're going to see. You're going to see us solving crimes and all that. But what I'm excited about and what the cast is excited about and what the writers are very excited about, which has us even more excited, is that it's going to be very character-based. We're going to get into the minds of the criminals, as it suggests. Not necessarily they just do a crime, but not only what were they thinking to do the crime, but how did they get there? What led them to this place that made them want to behave in such a way? What was the breakdown in their life? And then on the flip side, what is it that makes us as FBI profilers do our job? We're not perfect people. Yes, we appear to be very smart and very centered, and we seem to save the day, but we have our own issues. And so with my character in particular, I specialize in obsessional crimes. So I kind of like to put myself into the shoes of the criminal, meaning not judge them, but try to imagine or pretend to be them so I understand their thinking. If I was a criminal, what makes me do these certain things? And then Detective Morgan has his own backstory, which we will delve into.
Oh, good.
But it won't happen out of the gate because people have to understand we have to establish the show so you understand the premise of the show. And then once we kind of get the wheels rolling, then we'll start learning about each individual character. And as far as I know, I've heard some rumors that Detective Morgan has alcoholic parents. So there's an issue there about how he deals with that, and it also affects his ability to commit in a relationship or to find a relationship because he doesn't come from a good model as far as people being together, and that affects his psyche.
And he certainly doesn't want to come across as obsessional about anybody.
Of course. So he's he's a little standoffish, a little distant. But the things that he is very passionate about, there's a reason that he's very meticulous. There's a reason he's somewhat anal in the way that he does stuff. There's a reason he's somewhat of a lone soldier in the way that he pursues the work. My character tends to talk to himself, not as in he talk himself through his proceedings. And on a crime scene, he'll go off by himself. and talk out loud, of course, for the sake of the audience, you know, to kind of air his thoughts so you understand what he's doing. But it's kind of a self-collaborative, if that makes sense. He's just really, he's trying to understand this criminal by being that person, as opposed to looking at a bunch of statistics to figure the person out.
I think that's great, and plus it really helps us understand the show, because a lot of the procedurals are lost on a lot of us, so that's great. Oh, I'm so looking forward to finding out more about Captain Morgan, Detective Morgan. That'd be great.
So am I. Trust me. So am I.
So once more, a 1 hour premiere, but it's on Thursday nights.
Thursday night, the 22nd at 10 o'clock after CSI, and then we'll be back on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock right before CSI New York.
Oh, that's perfect lead-in, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you a lot of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.